You can be full of crap and not satiated. So being full and satiated are two different things.
Trap money. She got me in the Keke, do you love me?
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another vloggy vlog with your girl Kelunta'z. Keke, if you love me. If you are new to this channel, the purpose of this channel is to break down all of the weight loss and fat loss fads and myths that's out there. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I originally started this channel to document my weight loss journey. During that journey, I realized that it is bigger than I could even imagine. When I hit the plateau, I was like, I'm not going back to my old weight. I'm not going back to my old lifestyle. Counting calories does work in the beginning, you guys, but there is a lot more to weight loss than just a calorie. Yes, it is good. It can get you started, but that is not something that is sustainable for a lifetime. And so on this channel, I help you guys break down things like ketosis, autography, the true meaning of intermittent fasting. On my last video, I talked about ghrelin. Today, I'll be talking about leptin. A lot of these things actually help to assist you if you are dealing with menopause or if you are dealing with menstrual issues. For us women, a lot of our weight loss issues has to do with our menstrual cycle, our hormones. I'm here to help the girl that's like me. Like at one point, my hormone levels were so off. It was not because I was greedy. It was not because I overindulged in food. My insulin levels were up. My hormone levels were out of balance. That is what would cause weight gain, and you have that cheat day, quote unquote, and you eat that sugary meal. It's not so much the sugary meal that's going to cause you to gain weight. It is the insulin resistance that will cause you to actually want more. And so on this channel, I help you guys to break down those hormones, to understand those hormones, and just to understand why your body does what it do. What you do with this information is totally up to you. I would prefer to apply it to your life. It does work. It is a sustainable way, and the gist of it is intermittent fasting. If you can balance out your hormones with intermittent fasting, it helps with a plethora of a lot of illnesses and things that we deal with on a daily basis. Anyways, that was a long intro. My goodness. Also, to my new viewers, I do have a segment towards the end of the video. It is called Tea Time. During that segment, I do sit down with you guys and I talk about different terminologies, where I'm at in my weight loss, whatever's going on with me, any challenges that I have coming up, if I'm fasting, whatever. Even if I go over some celebrity gossip, it'll be during tea time. And so basically it's when I break down the tea. Today during tea time, we will be talking about leptin. I don't know a lot about leptin, so I will be inserting a video telling you guys about leptin. It will help you guys, and I'll link the entire video in the description below. Definitely check it out. And so basically leptin signals when we are full. So it kind of makes sense that if you never get that signal that you're full, you're gonna keep eating. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? So we want to make sure that our body is signaling to us that it is time to stop eating. So if you're dealing with overeating, binge eating, and things like that, you would want to stay to the end of this video till tea time, because we will be breaking that down and kind of giving you an understanding of why. We're gonna go ahead and get our day started. Today is Sunday, so I do stretch on Sundays. So we're just gonna have a chill day. We're gonna stretch, relax, and just go straight into tea time. So, alrighty, you guys. So I will see you on the mat for stretching. All right, see you guys in a few.
Let me tell you about this girl, maybe I shouldn't. I met her in Philly, and her name was Brian. See, we be making love constantly. That's why my eyes are a shade blood burgundy. The way that we kiss isn't like any other way that I be kissing when I'm kissing. What I'm missing, won't you listen? Brown sugar, babe, I guess high up your love, I don't know how to behave. To me, you love me right down to my knees, and whenever you let me hit it, sweet like honey when it comes to me. Skin is caramel with the cocoa eyes. Even got a big sister by the name of Chocolate. Brown sugar, babe. I guess high off of love, don't know how to behave. Sugar got me open, now I want some more. Always down for all my nonchalant, but I think I'm here to solo. All my niggas don't mind. Stick out my tongue and I'm about ready to hit this gritty, pretty bitty with persistence. Yo, I don't think y'all hear me. Brown sugar, babe. I guess high off of love, don't know how to behave. Sugar got me open, now I want some more. Always down for all my nonchalant, but I think I'm here to solo. All my niggas don't mind. Stick out my tongue and I'm about ready to hit this gritty, pretty bitty with persistence. Yo, I don't think y'all hear me. Brown sugar, babe. I guess high off of love, don't know how to behave.
Alrighty guys, so we are ready for today. I just showed you guys a light makeup, what I usually would do for like a video or something like that. I don't really wear foundation when I do my makeup. I've learned that it really does not agree with my skin. It really does clog my pores. And so when you do see me do my makeup, I don't put on foundation, but I do everything else as if I have on like foundation, but I just don't wear foundation. I think I'm gonna look for like something more organic because it does clog my skin up, you guys, and then it causes breakouts. So I'd rather just conceal areas where I know, you know, I want to flatter those areas or I want to make those areas look better. So you guys are getting like into my little mini makeup tutorials. I will do a full skincare regimen to show you guys what I usually do on a monthly basis. I never really been prone to have skin problems, but I do have flare-ups here and there just like everybody else, and so I will be doing a skincare regimen with you guys. And to all my new viewers, we are about to stretch, and so on Sundays I stretch and on Saturdays I do Pilates. Throughout the week I do weightlifting. I post those videos on Instagram when I can, so follow my Instagram if you're not. So I work out at home, I work from home. All of my workouts are at home based workouts. Check out my Instagram. I do post my at-home workouts there, and if you have any questions about the workouts that I do use, go ahead and message me. I'll leave my email below. Also, you can DM me on any of my socials. So yeah, like if you work from home or if you are home a lot of the time, there's really no excuse. The power is in our hands, and so I'm here to help you guys live the best lifestyle you can. You guys, it is raining outside. I love me a rainy day, so it's definitely a chill day. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this stretch routine. So I will see you guys on the mat.
Can't focus on me. Baby, can you focus on me? Hands in the stove, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you. Stuck on your phone, it's stuck in your zone. You don't ever, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I just want you to get up. Lately I've been a little better. Wish you would just focus on me. Can't focus on me. focus on me? Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Lazy and broke, know we get this money, so I guess I can't complain. But I feel alone even when we're alone, and that don't cause I hate, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I just want you to get up. Lately I've been a little fed up, yeah. Wish you would just focus on me. Can you focus on me? Yeah. Baby, can you focus on me? Can you focus on me? Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Hands in the stove, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you. Stuck on your phone, you're stuck in your zone. You don't ever, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I just want you to get up. Lately I've been a little fed up. Wish you would just focus on me. Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Lazy and broke, know we get this money, so I guess I can't complain. But I feel alone even when we're alone, and that don't cause I hate, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I just want you to get up. Lately I've been a little fed up, yeah. Wish you would just focus on me. Can you focus on me? Yeah. Baby, can you focus on me? Hands in the stove, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you. Stuck on your phone, you're stuck in your zone. You don't ever, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I just want you to get up. Lately I've been a little fed up. Wish you would just focus on me. Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me?
What's up, you guys, and welcome to Tea Time. If you are new to my channel, Tea Time is a time that I set aside to sit down and to chit chat with you guys. I'm not gonna keep Tea Time too long. I'm actually showing you guys a video today. The tea that I'm drinking is echinacea. This is actually the pill capsule. They say you can take the capsule and open it up and use it as a tea. This is the capsule. You can open up this capsule. It's like a powder and you just put it in the boiling water and then you can have some echinacea tea. I did add honey to it. It's regular Publix honey. This is the tea. It's actually cooled off a little bit too. But yeah, so anyways, welcome to Tea Time, you guys. Like I said, Tea Time is a time that I set aside to chit chat with you guys. Also, I like to salute all of you for making it to the end of the vlog. And so if you have made it to Tea Time, this salute is for you. Salute. And so yeah, I wanted to introduce you guys to leptin. On my last video, I did talk to you guys about ghrelin. If you have not checked out my last video, go ahead and check it out. And so ghrelin is the hunger hormone, and then so leptin is actually the hormone to let you know when you are full. And so I'm going to go ahead and insert the video now.
Had it, and it's this sort of chronic resetting upwards of this body set weight that's the problem. So actors in Hollywood do it all the time. You see people, they gain like 10 pounds for or 20 pounds for a roll, and then they drop it, and no biggie. Of course, they just gained it like 2 weeks ago. They can lose it, no problem.
Right, because their set point was relatively normal going
Their
into
set
it.
points here, it takes time. It hasn't really gone up, but they've force-fed themselves to gain that weight for whatever movie role they have to do. So their body weight's here, but their set point's here. So then they simply stop eating because leptin's too high. They stop eating because they really don't want to eat, and they just drop. And we saw that in experiments with in the 1960s with the overfeeding studies. So those are fascinating because they took these college kids and they said, we want you to gain weight. So this was an interesting story because Ethan Sims, he wanted to study obesity. So he said, okay, well, you know what? I'll make these rats gain weight. So he just gave them food and they wouldn't gain weight. When they're full, they stopped. Which is exactly what happens in like the 1960s, of course. People ate until they're full and they stop. The key, of course, is they're not eating all the time. So he thought, okay, well, I can't make these rats get fat. That's weird. I thought it was pretty easy. So he got these college kids and he said, I want you to gain like 10% of your weight. And they all thought it'd be easy. And they couldn't do it. They couldn't gain weight. So he went to prison and he said, okay, I'm going to take these people in prison and make them gain weight. He made sure they didn't exercise too much. He had people watch them as they ate because, you know, their liberties were being restricted. So they gained weight, but it's really, really hard. There's one guy, he eventually gained sort of 25% of his body weight. He was eating 10,000 calories a day.
Wow.
So you think, okay, what's going on? He normally ate 2,500 calories a day, for example. He went up to 10,000. But as he went up to 10,000, his body set weight was down here, and his body is actively trying to burn off all those calories that are coming in. Now, you can't make up that many calories, so he did gain weight. What happened? When the experiment stopped, his body set weight's down here, he's up here, boom, he lost all that weight in like 2 months without effort.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Wow. You know, a lot of bodybuilders, not to interrupt you, but a lot of bodybuilders use insulin to put on mass, you know, because you're at 190 pounds, you want to be a professional on stage at 285. There's a long way to go, right? So they use insulin and a lot of anabolics to actually rev up so that they can physically eat that much food.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. You know, a lot of people will say like, oh, I just have a sluggish metabolism. And I remember reading some studies about that. Like overweight people, their metabolism's not slow. They're just storing more than they're burning, you know.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting about like, you know, increasing the food intake, the body will compensate and will speed up resting metabolic rate. But one thing that, how can we mentally unravel the difference between calorie restriction, like, you know, I want to lose whatever, how many pounds, so I'm going to only eat 1,200 calories per day, and intermittent fasting, and how calorie restriction reduces your resting metabolic rate, but intermittent fasting does not. Help us like navigate that.
Yeah, that's a common question, and the point is that calorie restriction, first of all, the body really has no idea what the hell you're doing. So you restrict calories, but the body does whatever it wants because it responds to hormones. Intermittent fasting is not about how many calories you eat, it's about the time that you're not eating. So you're not eating for 12 hours or 16 hours or 24 hours or 7 days. And people always think that, you know, if I only eat once a day, for example, and I eat 1,200 calories, well, that's exactly the same as if I eat 1,200 calories through that day. No. The difference is that if you, you know, let's do a thought experiment.
Yeah.
If you eat sort of, you know, equal size portions of food sort of every hour, you know, throughout the whole day, is that really the same as eating that one portion through that whole, all at one sitting? And it's not really, because every time you eat, you kind of stimulate your insulin to go up and you keep telling your body to gain weight. When you drop your insulin enough, what's going to happen is that you're going to tell your body to switch fuel sources. Okay, so when you're eating all the time, you're fueling your body on the food that's coming in. So you eat 2,000 calories, you burn 2,000 calories, that's all food that's kind of going in and out. And it's going through short-term storage and the glycogen, sure. But if you let your insulin fall low enough, Then what happens is that you switch into burning fat. So after you get through your glycogen, then you get into your body fat, and that's where you start to see the ketones and all this sort of stuff.
So as you can see in that video, he talks about leptin, he talks about hormones, he talks about the importance of having your hormones in balance. I do recommend checking out that full video. As I did tell you guys, I'm still learning about leptin, I'm still learning about ghrelin, I'm still learning about insulin resistance, but what I do know is that all of this has an effect on our weight loss, and it has an effect on the sustainability of our weight loss. So basically, all in all, leptin is a protein hormone predominantly made by adipose cells, and its primary role is likely to regulate long-term energy balance. Leptin levels influence appetite, satiety, and motivated behaviors orientated towards the maintenance of energy reserves. And so basically, leptin lets you know when you are hungry so that you can provide your body with more energy to reserve. If your leptin levels are out of balance, you're going to continually feel hungry and you're never going to feel satiated. And that's where fasting would come into play. Fasting will assist you to regulate your leptin levels. What fasting does is it retrains your metabolism. I think the old saying is we eat to live and not live to eat. You're not looking to food for survival, you're looking to food for sustainability. If you can look at food as an addiction, as in any other addiction, as in alcohol, as in drugs, and if you don't have a healthy relationship with food, that is where you will have that imbalance. A lot of the processed foods is also what causes us to not feel satiated, because there's no substance in those processed foods. We need substance so that our bodies can connect with the source, with the substance of the food, to signal leptin and to signal ghrelin that we are full and that we don't need to eat anything else. And it's basically based on the choice and the types of foods that we eat. And it is all in the times that we eat those foods. You can count your calories until you are blue in the face. But if you are eating the wrong foods and you are eating constantly and you're not giving your body enough time to metabolize the food, then you're not going to lose the weight. Like I told you guys, I started my journey with counting calories. It did work in the beginning because I literally shocked my system. My hormones hadn't changed. I hadn't tapped into the metabolic switch. In order for me to tap into that metabolic switch within my hormones, I had to fast. Let's take a look at leptin resistance. I'm looking at my phone, you guys. I do have notes here. If you do see me looking down, that is why. So if you have leptin resistance, your brain doesn't respond as it normally would to leptin. You don't get the sensation of feeling full or satiated. And this causes you to eat more, even though your body has enough fat stored. Leptin resistance happens when you constantly feed yourself and you don't give yourself time to metabolize the food, and you're not eating the right type of food so that leptin will know what to store and what not to store. Healthy fats are things like nuts, avocados, seeds, beans, lentils, and so you want to consume those so that your leptin can be signaled as something that your body can recognize. You can even be full and not be satiated. Satiated means to be satisfied. You can be full to the top but not be satisfied. You could be full of crap. Pun intended. You can be full of crap and not satiated. So being full and satiated are two different things. And the only way that you're going to be satiated is with satiating foods. Avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oils, avocado oils, and things like that. Stay away from the canola oils and the vegetable oils. They're not healthy. I'll go into detail in another video about those. All in all, the best way to fix leptin resistance is to avoid processed foods. If we lived in a bubble, we could, right? So We're not looking to avoid all processed foods. What we can do though is we can limit ourselves. We can limit the intake of processed foods. Highly processed foods may compromise the integrity of your gut and drive inflammation. Also, physical activity may help reverse leptin resistance. So there you go. Cutting out processed foods, fasting, and exercising are the three main things that is going to help you to regulate your leptin levels. In my next video, I do want to talk about willpower reserves because we also have that as well. And so you're going to have those times to where you're going to eat that processed food. Your willpower is not going to be up and you're going to fall. And it's okay. You cannot stay down there. You have to get back up and you have to continue your journey. You can't, nobody do it for you but you. Be prepared to fall, hit the plateau. It's okay. You're going to gain weight back. You're going to lose it. It's all a part of the process. What you are looking to do is to balance your hormones. That is what's going to keep the weight off. You definitely can start out counting your calories. Counting your calories kind of gives you an idea or an umbrella of where you're at on your food intake as a whole. But once you get that down pat, once you lose that weight, remember you need to start to step over into whole foods and you need to start to step over into hormone boosting foods. So if you've been following me any amount of time and you know that I have spoken about Dr. Mindy, I will definitely be linking her book below. It's called Fast Like a Girl. In that book, she talks about how to balance your hormones as a woman. Men and women do have these leptin hormones. It just affects men and women in different ways. If you have stayed until the end of this video, you are the real MVP. And like I said, in my next video, I will be talking about energy reserves. During this journey, you're going to need your willpower. Don't beat yourself up on those days when you are not motivated, when you don't feel it, when you don't know what you're doing, why you're doing it, or how it's going to get done. Take it easy on yourself, practice self-compassion, and know that you're not alone. And we all experience the same things in different degrees and at different times. And so I wish you the best of luck on your journey. You will be just fine. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I post new videos. I am here to help you and myself along the way as well. I am still learning, I am still growing, and guess what? I'm doing this after 35. So if you're under 35 and you're watching this and you've been struggling with your weight and you just want to keep it off for good, you're in the right spot. I will help you do that. But don't give up. Do not feel discouraged. Do not beat yourself up when you fall. Do not feel like it's the end of the world when you hit that plateau. Keep pushing. Just keep going. You got this. All right? You got this. We got this. Thank you so much for tuning in to Kelunta'z Essentials with your girl, Kelunta. Keke, if you love me. If you stayed until the end, this salute is for you. Until next time, have a good weekend.